What happens if one day, people no longer need to work to survive? Because of AI, automation, and new social systems, that future does not feel so far away anymore. For some people, that sounds like freedom. No more exhausting jobs. No more working just to pay bills. No more tying your whole life to survival. And yes, that could be a huge step forward. But there is also a deeper problem. If work disappears, many people may lose more than income. They may lose their sense of identity. That is the real issue of the post-labor age. For thousands of years, human life was built around work. If you did not work, you did not eat. If you did not produce something, you had no place in society. So over time, people began to connect work with value. Work became more than a way to survive. It became a way to prove you matter. Even today, when someone asks, "What do you do?" most people answer with their job. I'm a teacher. I'm a nurse. I'm a driver. I'm a creator. I'm a business owner. In modern society, your job often becomes your identity. That is why this future is not only about economics. It is about meaning. Because if AI becomes better, faster, and cheaper than human workers, many people will start asking painful questions. If I'm no longer needed, what is my value? If a machine can do my job, what do I still have? If I don't have a role, who am I? This is not just about losing work. It is about losing the structure that helped people feel useful. Work has given people many things. It gave daily routine. It gave social roles. It gave goals. It gave progress. And it gave people the feeling that their effort mattered. So if work becomes less important, people will not only gain freedom, they will also face emptiness. And freedom without meaning can feel frightening. Some people will enjoy it. They will use their time well. They will create, learn, explore, and grow. But others may feel lost. They may wake up and wonder why they should get out of bed. They may feel disconnected from society. They may feel invisible. They may feel that life has become easier, but strangely less meaningful. That is why the future needs more than money. Even if governments create support systems, and even if people can survive without full-time work, that alone will not solve the deeper problem. Human beings do not live on income alone. We also need meaning. We need connection. We need purpose. We need to feel that our lives count for something. That is where intrinsic motivation becomes important. Intrinsic motivation means doing something because it matters to you from the inside, not because someone orders you to do it, not because you get paid, not because you want status, but because you care, because you are curious, because it gives your life meaning. In the past, society trained us to chase external rewards, grades, money, titles, status, recognition. But in the future, those things may not be enough. If work is no longer the center of life, people will need a stronger inner center. They will need to ask, what do I truly care about? What kind of person do I want to become? What gives me energy? What gives my life depth? Who do I want to spend my life with? What do I want to contribute? Even if nobody forces me to. These may become the most important questions of the AI age, because the future may value different things. Not only, what did you produce, but also, how did you live? Not only, how much did you earn, but also, what kind of relationships did you build? Not only, how efficient were you, but also, did your life have meaning? That shift could change everything. In a work-centered world, life is already designed for you. You have a schedule, you have deadlines, you have roles and expectations. But in a post-labor world, you may have more freedom than ever before. And that sounds wonderful, but freedom has a hidden demand. You must learn how to guide yourself. You must learn how to build meaning without constant pressure from outside. That is not easy. Many people know how to follow a system. Far fewer know how to design a life. That is why I think two things will become more valuable in the future. The first is philosophy. Not philosophy as a school subject, but philosophy as a personal compass. What do you believe? What matters most to you? What makes a good life? Without answers to those questions, freedom can turn into confusion. The second is community. Human connection will become even more important. If work no longer brings people together in the same way, then people will need to build connection more intentionally. Friends, family, local groups, communities with shared values. The people who will matter most in the future may not only be the most productive people, They may be the people who help others feel less alone, the people who listen, the people who gather others, the people who create safe spaces, the people who remind others that they still matter, because AI can improve efficiency, but it cannot fully replace human presence. It cannot fully replace warmth. It cannot fully replace belonging. It cannot fully replace the feeling that someone truly sees you. And maybe that is the lesson of the post-labor future. Human beings were never meant to be only workers. We are more than labor. We are more than output. We are more than numbers. We are storytellers. We are creators. We are friends. We are caretakers. We are people who search for meaning. So the biggest question of the future is not only, will AI take our jobs? The bigger question is this: if work stops defining us, will we still know who we are? That is the challenge. But it is also an opportunity. Maybe this is our chance to redefine human value. Maybe this is our chance to stop measuring people only by usefulness. Maybe this is our chance to build a world where a person matters, not only because they produce, but because they live, connect, care, and grow. So before that future fully arrives, we should start asking ourselves something now. If your job no longer defined you, how would you describe yourself? What would still give your life meaning? And who would you be when no system is there to tell you your role? That may become one of the most important questions of our time. If this idea spoke to you, subscribe to Hope Reactor, because the future is not only about technology, it is also about what it means to stay human.